Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you've been here before, then welcome, and if you haven't, then come on in, join the crew. If you would like to hit that little subscribe button, it would make me very happy. My name is Alice May and I run the Stitch Edit, which is a channel all about dressmaking and crafts and sustainability. So today I put on Instagram asking you a few weeks ago what videos you wanted to see, and this video was the most highly requested, so I guess that means I'm making it. And it is 1 year sewn. So this is going over the things that I made last year. I'm doing, this is the winter edition, so I've included November in it, which would technically be autumn, but I had a couple of things in November that I wanted to include, so I just kind of bunged it in this one too. So it's November 2018 through to February 2019. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 7 things. I think there was probably a little more because I think I did a couple of Christmas presents too, but I didn't ever get any photos of them, and so it could only really go off what I posted on Instagram. So that's what we've got. The first one, I really hate, I'm going to do it in order of what I made. I'll put my pen down so I'm not just waving that in your face. And the first one I made was the Fraser sweatshirt. And this one, I think it's a Seamworks pattern. I made this because I really wanted like a cozy sweater. I found some fabric in, I think it was Sew Over It. And it was like one in their remnant section at, it was either at a fair or in the store, I can't remember, but it was purple. I honestly can't tell you why I bought this other than it was cheap, because I really hate purple. It just doesn't suit me, it doesn't, or rather, it probably looks fine on me, but I don't feel like me when I'm wearing it. It's just not a colour that I usually wear, particularly not this very Cadbury's purple. So I actually probably wore that jumper, I think maybe like twice out, and then I wore it around the house a bit, but it isn't really cozy and big enough to wear around the house because it has cropped sleeves and it was quite tight fitting, and so that one, I think I either gave it to a friend or I went to a charity shop, I'm not sure which, but I don't have it anymore. That isn't really a reflection on the actual pattern, because I think if I were to make it again, I'd make it in something that was a bit smarter, maybe a jersey which, I don't know, like had a bit of a metallic-y feel, or maybe it was just plain black or something. I don't know why I said plain black, I don't wear black, but like a bit more of a smart colour, then I might wear it more, but I'd have to make it as a day wear piece as opposed to a cozy and around the house piece to actually get some wear out of it. The next one I made was much more successful. That was the Sew Over It Camille jumpsuit. I love this pattern. I think the shape really suits me. I made a size, oh, it's probably a size 12. I usually make a 12 in Sew Over It patterns straight out of the packet, and it fitted really well. The only thing was the shoulders are a little bit too far down, which is pretty standard in Sew Over It patterns. I usually have to take them in by a centimetre. The fabric was a rust viscose that I got from the man outside Sainsbury's. This fabric is a bit of a problem because it creases like a bitch. I can be ironing it and I'll get to the end of ironing the trousers, and by the time I've ironed like the hem of the trousers, then the top is completely scrumpled and it looks like it's never seen an iron in its life. You only have to look at this fabric and it is like a herd of elephants that's just trampled on you. Yeah. So I love the jumpsuit, but I rarely wear it simply because it's so much effort to wear it. The last time I wore it was, I wore it for my sister's 30th birthday in November. So I have worn it this year, well, not like 2020 because I haven't really had any events to wear it to, but I have worn it, but it's not really a day wear outfit, simply because it creases so much. So it really does have to be evening when the lights are a little bit lower, and also you're not wearing things for that long and you're maybe not sitting down. It's a lot better like that. So the next one's the Dear Zephyr dress. I was given this pattern by some friends for my birthday, I think it was, and it was such a good choice. I really, really love it. The shape is just perfect. I need to make another one actually, and now I'm like thinking about it, I really need to make another, because this one is quite formal because it's burgundy velvet. I have worn it this year as well. I wore it quite a lot over Christmas because it's really comfy. I think I might have even worn it on Christmas Day. I think I did wear it on Christmas Day this year. I can't remember, but I've worn it quite a lot. It's a beautiful velvet, also from the Man Outside Sainsbury's, I think. And it is one of my favourite kind of. It's a really smart dress, but actually I wear it quite for casual events simply because it's so comfy. So I do need to make some more versions of that. I have some fabric that I bought and cut out to make into a Freya without, and when I was cutting it out, I cut it against the grain because I was an idiot. So I'm hoping that actually I might be able to fit the pieces in to make the crop top version. I might be able to do that and somehow salvage a little bit of fabric. I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but maybe it might work. The Dear Magnolia leopard print crepe dress. I mean, I don't really need to say much about this. You know I love it. It's one of my favourite dresses. I actually haven't really worn it this year, but that's just because I haven't been out as much, and when I have been out then I've kind of sewn something new, and I really need to stop doing that because I have almost so many beautiful dresses that just don't get worn because I have too many. So maybe this year's resolution will be at Christmas time, you don't need any more dresses, you've got enough. The Cleo pinafore that's mustard was the next thing that I made. This one, I don't really wear it, just because I feel like I know this is really, really probably controversial to say, I feel like I'm over the Cleo pinafore. I know, I'm sorry, but I just think I am. I've had 3 and I just don't reach them anymore, really. I joined a workplace where when I joined, literally everyone has these kind of pinafores, so that they weren't all Cleos, but they were all from like Topshop or whatever. And so it didn't really feel special anymore, even though I had made it, because it just looked like everyone else's. So I just don't really wear it that much. The Edie top was so over at top. I never wear this. Literally never. Because I made it out of a rubbish fabric. It wasn't rubbish fabric, it's a really nice viscose jersey, but viscose jersey with this pattern just doesn't look right. It's way too light. It needs to be in a cotton jersey to have that stability for the neckline, because it just kind of sagged. Even though I used interfacing, it just sagged and it doesn't sit right. And finally, I made the Butterick 6568 top. I made this in fabric from Canada that my little sister gave me, and I regret it so much. Like, that fabric is gorgeous, and I made a pattern that I hadn't made before, and it's a wrap top, which are notoriously hard to fit if you have a large chest, and every time I wear it I just feel like I'm going to pop out. So, and it's really annoying because I did actually make the right size for my measurements. I can't remember what size it was, but I had a blog post about it, I think, so I'll leave it in a link below. Anything I do have blog posts about, by the way, I will leave links to them so you can see like a proper full review. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. So the actual pattern, it came with, so it's a bias bound neckline, So, and it also has a belt to it. So I am wondering if I could unpick the bias band, well, neckline, and use the belt as a neckline instead, so I can bring the chest in a little bit more, and then take off the peplum bit. So, and then I don't know, maybe try and find some navy fabric so make it into more of a dress is what I'm thinking. It might work. I haven't done anything with this top, because even though it doesn't fit and so I don't wear it, I do really love the fabric, and actually I do like a wrap top, so it's just a shame that it doesn't actually fit, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to find some way of wearing it. And that's it. That was a really quick video actually. So of the things that I made in winter last year, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things. 1, 2, 3. 3 things were successes, so the Camille, the Zephyr and the Magnolia. 2 things were fails, which were the Fraser and the Edie, because I'm not keeping either of those. And then 2 of them are so-so, so the Clear Pinafore, simply because it doesn't really mean anymore, and the Butterick top, just because I need to make some adjustments so that it will then be lovely and wearable. So that is everything. Thank you so much for watching. I do really appreciate all of you lovely people who watch my videos and who comment on them too. If you're commenting, then I do try to I do always read them all, and I do try to respond to all of them as well. And if you guys out there have made one of these videos on your 1 year sewn, or you've got a blog post or anything, leave a link below to it, so that I can have a look, and other people who are watching this video can check it out too. And I hope you all have wonderful weeks.